Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Turn up, loosen, or remove earth. Remove, harvest, or recover by digging. Dig salt. The site of an archaeological exploration. They set up camp next to the dig. An aggressive remark directed at a person like a missile and intended to have a telling effect. She takes a dig at me every chance she gets. The act of touching someone suddenly with your finger or elbow. She gave me a sharp dig in the ribs. Remove the inner part or the core of. The act of digging. Create by digging. Dig a hole. Get the meaning of something. Poke or thrust abruptly. Work hard. She was digging away at her math homework. A small gouge, as in the cover of a book. The book was in good condition except for a dig in the back cover. Thrust down or into. Dig the oars into the water. Turn up, loosen, or remove earth. Turn up, loosen, or remove earth. Cause to move around a center so as to show another side of. Turn up, loosen, or remove earth. Turn over the soil for aeration. Move by turning over or rotating. Turn over on your left side. Think about carefully, weigh. Place into the hands or custody of. Turn from an upright or normal position. Cause to overturn from an upright or normal position. Turn upside down, or throw so as to reverse. Turn over the pancakes. Do business worth a certain amount of money. Remove, harvest, or recover by digging. Create by digging. Dig out a channel. Dig out from underneath earth or snow. Find by digging in the ground. Remove, harvest, or recover by digging. The site of an archaeological exploration. The act of extracting ores or coal etc. from the earth. The site of an archaeological exploration. The act of digging. There's an interesting excavation going on near Princeton. A hole in the ground made by excavating. An aggressive remark directed at a person like a missile and intended to have a telling effect. A subsidiary point facing opposite from the main point that makes an arrowhead or spear hard to remove. One of the parallel filaments projecting from the main shaft of a feather. Provide with barbs. Barbed wire. The pointed part of barbed wire. An aggressive remark directed at a person like a missile and intended to have a telling effect. Laugh at with contempt and derision. Be compatible, similar or consistent. Coincide in their characteristics. An aggressive remark directed at a person like a missile and intended to have a telling effect. Shift from one side of the ship to the other. Be compatible, similar or consistent. Coincide in their characteristics. An aggressive remark directed at a person like a missile and intended to have a telling effect. She threw shafts of sarcasm. The hollow spine of a feather. A revolving rod that transmits power or motion. A column of light, as from a beacon. Defeat someone through trickery or deceit. The main, mid section of a long bone. Architecture. Upright consisting of the vertical part of a column. Obscene terms for penis. A long pointed rod used as a tool or weapon. A line that forms the length of an arrow pointer. A long rod or pole, especially the handle of an implement or the body of a weapon like a spear or arrow. A long vertical passage sunk into the earth, as for a mine or tunnel. A vertical passageway through a building, as for an elevator. Equip with a shaft. An estimate based on little or no information. A solid missile discharged from a firearm. The shot buzzed past his ear. A person who shoots, usually with respect to their ability to shoot. He is a crack shot. An informal photograph, usually made with a small handheld camera. My snapshots haven't been developed yet. Varying in color when seen in different lights or from different angles. Chatoyant, or shot, silk. An aggressive remark directed at a person like a missile and intended to have a telling effect. His parting shot was, drop dead. A chance to do something. He wanted a shot at the champion. The launching of a missile or spacecraft to a specified destination. A consecutive series of pictures that constitutes a unit of action in a film. Sports. The act of swinging or striking at a ball with a club or racket or bat or cue or hand. A good shot requires good balance and tempo. The act of firing a projectile. Informal words for any attempt or effort. He gave it his best shot. The act of putting a liquid into the body by means of a syringe. The nurse gave him a flu shot. A small drink of liquor. He poured a shot of whiskey. A blow hard enough to cause injury. He is still recovering from a shot to his leg. An attempt to score in a game. An explosive charge used in blasting. Sports equipment consisting of a heavy metal ball used in the shot put. He trained at putting the shot. An aggressive remark directed at a person like a missile and intended to have a telling effect. Throw violently. He slammed the book on the table. Close violently. He slammed the door shut. Winning all or all but one of the tricks in bridge. Dance the slam dance. Strike violently. Slam the ball. A forceful impact that makes a loud noise. The noise made by the forceful impact of two objects. Stab or pierce. He jabbed the piece of meat with his pocket knife. The act of touching someone suddenly with your finger or elbow. Poke or thrust abruptly. He jabbed his finger into her ribs. A sharp hand gesture, resembling a blow. He warned me with a jab with his finger. A quick, short, straight punch. Strike or punch with quick and short blows. Find by digging in the ground. Recover through digging. Schliemann excavated Troy. Remove the inner part or the core of. The mining company wants to excavate the hillside. Form by hollowing. Carnegie had a lake excavated for Princeton University's rowing team. Remove the inner part or the core of. A small valley between mountains. He built himself a cabin in a hollow high up in the Appalachians. Remove the interior of. Hollow out a tree trunk. Devoid of significance or force. A hollow victory. A depression hollowed out of solid matter. A cavity or space in something. Hunger had caused the hollows in their cheeks. As if echoing in a hollow space. The hollow sound of footsteps in the empty ballroom. Lacking in substance or character. A hollow person. Not solid, having a space or gap or cavity. A hollow wall. The act of digging. Take into custody. Anticipate with dread or anxiety. Get the meaning of something. The limit of capability. Within the compass of education. An area in which something acts or operates or has power or control. Within the compass of this article. Get the meaning of something. Travel around, either by plane or ship. We compassed the earth. Bring about. Accomplish. This writer attempts more than his talents can compass. Drafting instrument used for drawing circles. Navigational instrument for finding directions. Include in scope. Include as part of something broader. Have as one sphere or territory. Get the meaning of something. Do you comprehend the meaning of this letter? To become aware of through the senses. Get the meaning of something. Hold firmly. The limit of capability. Get the meaning of something. An intellectual hold or understanding. A terrible power had her in its grasp. The act of grasping. Understanding of the nature or meaning or quality or magnitude of something. He has a good grasp of accounting practices. Get the meaning of something. Get the meaning of something. The cognitive condition of someone who understands. Hit hard with the hand, fist, or some heavy instrument. Someone who takes more time than necessary. Someone who lags behind. Tall, coarse perennial American herb having small white flowers followed by blackish red berries on long drooping racemes. Young fleshy stems are edible. Berries and root are poisonous. A bag made of paper or plastic for holding customers' purchases. Boxing. A blow with the fist. Poke or thrust abruptly. Search or inquire in a meddlesome way. A sharp hand gesture, resembling a blow. Make a hole by poking. Stir by poking. Poke the embers in the fireplace. A pointed instrument that is used to prod into a state of motion. A verbalization that encourages you to attempt something. The ceaseless prodding got on his nerves. To push against gently. Poke or thrust abruptly. Urge on. Cause to act. Stab or pierce. A sudden sharp feeling. She felt a stab of excitement. Use a knife on. A strong blow with a knife or other sharp-pointed instrument. One strong stab to the heart killed him. Poke or thrust abruptly. Informal words for any attempt or effort. He took a stab at forecasting. A laborer who is obliged to do menial work. Work hard. Lexicographers drudge all day long. One who works hard at boring tasks. Exhaust or get tired through overuse or great strain or stress. Offensive term for a homosexual man. Finely ground tobacco wrapped in paper, for smoking. Work hard. Act as a servant for older boys, in British public schools. Reduce to small pieces or particles by pounding or abrading. Grind the spices in a mortar. Make a grating or grinding sound by rubbing together. Hard, monotonous routine work. An insignificant student who is ridiculed as being affected or boringly studious. The act of grinding to a powder or dust. Work hard. Press or grind with a crushing noise. Created by grinding. Grind designs into the glass bowl. Dance by rotating the pelvis in an erotically suggestive way, often while in contact with one's partner such that the dancer's legs are interlaced. Shape or form by grinding. Grind lenses for glasses and cameras. The grade of particle fineness to which a substance is ground. A coarse grind of coffee.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.